whatever part of you that you want to nurture, we do that first thing in the morning.
Mm.
Is that Dr. Clever was saying to me that, when he nurtures his feminine energy in the morning. So he wakes up and he takes his fucking milky coffee and he sits in the garden with the birds and he reads his book. Da, da, da. He starts the day. I've noticed, especially like that Leanne is actually quite a bad influence on me. It used to be the other way around. Like, do you know what I mean? I used to be, my fucking thing was waking up in the morning. I used to train, especially when I was boxing and in fight camp and all that
Mm.
sort of stuff. I was doing the triathlon. That kind of stuff has stopped. And her little energy is fucking rubbing off on me. She's like waking up and we're sitting there with our fucking caramel lattes, lying
Yeah.
in bed for a couple of hours. Do you know what I mean? I've become all fucking sluggish. And I
Mm.
don't think it's any coincidence that financial stuff, do you know what I mean? Like all of it.
Mm.
My training's been lacking and all of that. So I've noticed it and I'm to do something about it. And it's like the simple step is to fucking, how am I waking up in the morning? Been taking ages to get going recently. So I'm like, right, for a start, there's two bits. One is running is breadcrumb of mine.
Mm.
And the second is it is that warrior thing. So it's fucking cold. It's dark now. The rain's there. Like fucking I gotta get out and do it. So
Interesting.
that's what I've been doing. And I've found that it's impacted the rest of my day. It's like actually
Mm.
I've blasting through my to-do list. I'm getting shit done because I'm waking up in the morning. I'm engaging with that fucking warrior energy.
Mm.
Whereas before I wake up and you have a slow morning and you fucking do nice things and everything just becomes all a bit fucking floaty and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Don't
the,
get me wrong,
I'm
place.
the same as you, and that's why I try to. And I was used to that for years from my plumbing, getting up out the doors, get running. And with like my new lifestyle in the last 2 years, I can do that. I have tea in bed first, then coffee, read my book. And but the difference is when I'm like, no, okay, get up and like go for a like good walk first or run or whatever. And I think it's like, yeah, then balancing, isn't it, from one archetype to the other, but then mixing them up. You can't just go like full warrior mode because then you get pretty exhausted as well. So like having,
Listen, that's a much more of a worry than the reality actually is, man. You can do fucking, especially at our age, man, fit fucking young men. I can do fucking 4 or 5 years before it really starts to fucking, do you know what I mean?
yeah, but I think you like to be balanced. To be balanced, you can be in warrior mode,
Correct.
but like, yeah, do those nice things to keep yourself in your feminine as well. Like maybe not coffee in bed, but make sure you just have time for yourself to take those things with you in your day and take pause, take that like little like to come into yourself, that meditation or whatever as well. No, yeah, yeah, mate. That's where I think.
I don't think that level of balance in those short capsules. It depends, like, fucking how much of a direction you need to fucking shift. Like,
Mm,
if your life is great and everything's fucking swimming around, then do what the fuck you want, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
mm,
But if shit ain't working because you're mainly if you're not taking the action required, you're not you're not displaying the level of discipline that
mm.
you know you should. Things aren't working, then it needs to be an extended period of time. Like I've said to Leanne, like, I ain't going down this week. Do you know what I mean? It's like I need a week in my fucking cave.
Mm.
Like getting that fucking training, 100 press ups, 100 steps, 100 squats, 5K run, fucking black coffee. I can get to work, to do lists, fucking smashing it out. I need to spend, and I'm going to be doing that for this quarter probably.
Yeah, kick yourself back into that mode.
Yeah, I don't need a fucking rest. Fuck that shit.
All right, well, I'm not talking. All right, you specifically, you know what you want. I think in general, once you've got things in balance, you're trying to swing the pendulum back the other way. In an
Correct.
ideal world, you can do both things along with each other.
Do you know what I've noticed though? This is what I've noticed in doing that.
Mm.
What tends to happen is incrementally, and you wake up one morning and things are fucked. Black things are fucked, and you will naturally spend more time in the comfort zone, in the fucking walk in the sunshine and the fucking drinking the coffee. Of course you are, because it's fucking nice.
Really interesting. So,
And what happens is that I will go to the gym and like this is what I was also saying to him. It's like, oh, you do the gym in the afternoon, and like I'd move my gym sessions to the afternoon, and it's like you just start to bring, and over time you just start doing a little bit less and a little bit less. You're not pushing yourself as much. So I mean, oh, and you're going to go with my mates there, and you go from 5 days, 6 days a week, and now you're doing it 4 times a week, and you're like, oh, it's okay, it's balanced, 3 times a week, and just slowly over time,
Mm,
you'll notice. And so I like after various different years and on reflecting on the preceding things of things going well or not, and
mm,
looking back at times in my life where things are working more balanced, I feel like those pinpoints of lover, the pinpoints of feminine, they should be the small bit. It's not even 80/20.
mm. It's interesting what you're saying.
Don't need that much of it. And when we let it creep in, it has a way of just going boop, 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 boop,
Is it something to do with the like the open type archetype? Yeah, the lover
probably.
being like softer or easier or more
It just
like
fucking is, man.
less achieving or like less like part of our goal? Is it taking us not as close to our goal? Well, especially for
Right.
Warrior, very goal driven, going forward on a mission. So it's closed, man on a mission. Not necessarily lone wolf. You can be part of your pack, I guess. But yeah, whereas
I'm not being funny. Women think they want the other part of us, but I look back on my relationship with Leanne, and when I'm fucking like the time where we're having the best sex and she is most attracted to me has been when I've been in fight camp.
interesting though, but you still need that intimacy, that openness, that vulnerability, the
Yeah, but we need it a lot less than we fucking think we do.
mm, okay.
You can still be fucking open and vulnerable, like when you're in warrior mode. It's a
Yeah.
fucking competition, isn't it? You are who you are. But the
It comes down to awareness. You know what I mean?
comes down to awareness. But I feel like modern men, this is my debate with you. This is actually quite a personal conversation. Like, I think that argument, we, it's bullshit. This whole fucking thing, because we've experienced it once or whatever, that burnout or whatever, we then become afraid of that level of masculinity, right? Like,
Mm,
I don't want to go there again because it fucking hurt,
mm.
basically. And that's a fucking fearful decision, which isn't healthy either.
Yeah, it's acting.
Actually, I'm not going to fucking burn out this time because do you know what? You only get burnt out when you're doing shit you don't want to fucking do.
Also, you get burnt out when you're not aware of it. And if you actually think about the second time round, you're going back in way smarter, older,
Correct.
smarter, learnt your lessons, let alone all the work that, like, that we've
Yeah.
done. So you go back in with a different approach to it as well. And you've got an outcome. You're very much more structured in how you're going to go about it. Like my structure before, when I was in warrior mode working, Jesus, like I knew how to spend money, but I didn't know how to save money. Uh,
Listen,
I wasn't living along my values. I was going along society's values. So being in warrior mode, like a headless chicken, and not living aligned with what matters to you most is actually almost a waste of energy. But I guess you might have to go down there before you learn how
correct.
to do it the right way. Mm,
Correct. And like, listen, if you look across the world in those blue zones or whatever they're called, like the fucking oldest men in the world, it's funny how what the oldest men in the world are doing and what the oldest women in the world are doing is quite different. The thing that increases longevity for men is that sense of purpose, right?
mm,
As long as they keep doing shit, that's important.
mm.
These fucking guys living out in the middle of nowhere in like, is it Peru or Argentina or something like that? They got that's one of the little blue spots.
Yeah.
Fucking guys out on his horse at fucking 105 years old, fucking cutting fucking corn and shit, man. At fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, bro. Tell
I've
me
got
about fucking
I've got a
burnout.
photo. I've got a photo of my Cypriot granddad up a tree at 90, reaching over to try and cut fucking branches. At the same age, like throwing like petrol over a bloody fire for the over the barbecue for the fire.
No
Just
shit. Look it.
driven, still
Look
going.
it.
No one would tell him any different. You'd be like, oh, a little bit like that, but actually, he's
The
absolutely
guys
fine.
that fucking die are the ones when they die when they take their foot off the gas.
And that's what happened to him.
Women, on the other hand, very, very different.
Mm.
Actually, the longest living women are the ones that aren't doing that. They're more, the social aspect is much more important to them. They might be working, but they'll be doing it in a charity. They'll be doing, like my mum, for instance. Like, she's fucking pottering around. She's at the fucking communal garden. She's part of fucking the Green Party. Do you know what I mean? But it's all very social. It's all very group. It's part of a bigger community kind of thing. She spends time in her garden. She goes out exploring, walking in the woods. Very different energy.
Mm. Still nurturing, caring, and
Yeah, it's much more. It's
creative.
more about the social element and the community element. Masculine is definitely more part of doing and having a purpose. Like, it's social in a way, but the way that the contribution to that community is different. It's with physical fucking doing shit.
For a woman, it's
Be
almost like being a part of community, being part of greater good, being part of Earth, nature. I think.
Yeah.
Uh,
So that just goes that the reason I'm challenging you on it is I think that's a clear thing of that. The more we do, the more we sit back, and you've got to remember that our work is essentially pretty fucking feminine.
mm, bit
It
girly.
doesn't have that physicality element to it. We're not fucking building, we're not fucking driving and shit like that. We're fucking making Facebook posts and sitting around chatting to people. Like,
This is why I and you mentioned it as well the other day. The interest in doing more group work with men because I think that's where I think it's more masculine being in a group with men doing the men stuff, doing the work like that. I think you can make it more masculine by doing stuff together, being active, and then
that's
also,
why I love it when I go to the boxing. That's the thing I love the most.
mm,
There was one woman in that room, and there was a whole other group of young men doing their stuff with Logan, who's a pro boxer. Um, he was reminiscing. He was like, "Oh man, me and him used to have proper fucking tear-ups, man. Like proper." And he said, "Oh, him and the guy who owns the gym, they were watching the videos of me and him fucking sparring." And the fucking guy who owns the gym was like, "Oh yeah, you two should get here." I was like, "Fuck that, man." I said, "This guy, he's fucking big man now." I was sparring him when he was fucking 17, 18. Guy's fucking 25. So
yeah,
that, they were 22 or something like that. I'm like, he's fucking grown 5 inches and he's turned fucking pro, man. He'll fucking bang me out.
yeah. Pick
I
you
said
back.
the levels have got, and I'm not doing anything. I said the level
Yeah,
of
yeah.
separation is far too big. He was already a better boxer than me, but I was bigger than him.
He's in his prime now. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But maybe I'd quite enjoy that. But he used to bang head, man. Okay.
I've really been leaning into as well, like while I'm out here in South Africa, like leaning into like going out with groups of boys instead, which is cool.
Should be. We are actually recording this. This is a good
Yeah, we are.
conversation. This
Mm.
is you.
Yeah, so there's like groups of there's like they probably got like it feels like a lot of time 50-50 men and women out here like climbing. And there's really awesome women. But there's like fucking cool blokes, you know. And a few times I've jumped on like going out with boy crews. But I think the peacemaker type archetype of mine or lover swings to going out hanging out with women. It does, you know, getting leaning into that friend zone. And so but I'm like, nah, son, like, see what like this dude's up to, Gabe's up to, or Ethan or whoever, and go out with the boys. So I've been consciously doing it and just enjoying that
Good.
time together. Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Because it's not like quite like the camaraderie you get in boxing, the brotherhood type thing. But this doesn't mean it doesn't like exist. So yeah, I've been.
Fucking love it. Just being in that, just fucking healthy, this such a healthy masculine fucking environment. That but
Mm,
training in the gym where everywhere, because there's a hierarchy, do you know what I mean? And there's a touch of competitiveness in it, but it's all done in that fucking friendly way, like, and with nothing but love when you're in those places, and everyone's just fucking pushing each other to do better and fucking go harder.
mm,
And it's such a fucking celebratory like thing, but at the same time, it's such a fucking uh I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like fundamental, like fucking integral, basic.
Basically, like a foundation of being a like masculine,
This
like
is
being a man.
fucking raw, like, just fucking getting in a ring and fucking punching each other in the face. Like there's nothing more fucking real than that.
Mm,
It's for me, it's the ultimate.
yeah,
The beautiful thing about boxing is the level of discipline and like it's pugilism, right? It's the beautiful, sweet, beautiful fucking it's the art, sweet science. Do you know what I mean? There's the rules, the Queensberry rules. It's stood up. It's fucking. Do you know what I mean? It's not fucking MMA where it's all just a big fucking bundle or whatever. There's a regalness to it as well. There's that culture
yeah,
of
yeah.
fucking doing properly the rules and all of
There's a
this and
lot
the
of like
respect
tradition and
that
respect
goes
to it.
along with it is just like it's such a fucking thing. It's a martial art, right?
Mm,
And
mm,
it comes with all of that stuff.
mm,
It's violent for sure,
mm.
but when done properly, that stuff is what elevates it for for me. And it's not, yeah, primitive was the word I was looking for.
It's interesting. I'd
It's
imagine
got that
the
primitive
UFC.
element. It's got that primitive element, but it's wrapped in a fucking um, a bow of respectability as well. You know what I mean?
I'd imagine
Of
a
civilized.
modern day MMA fighter, UFC, whatever, would probably argue, say that there's the same values
They
in
can
the
they
way
can
they
argue as
fight.
much as they like. I've been involved with both,
Yeah,
and it's different.
it's probably harder
They
to
can argue as much as they like, but
control it and in MMA, I'd imagine.
it's a different vibe altogether.
Mm.
It's a different vibe. And I'm not saying one is better than the other, but it's just different. It's a different fucking vibe.
Would you say there's more trying for a man like to try and prove himself in MMA?
I just think at the moment as well, especially MMA, fucking everyone's doing it. Everyone's fucking at it.
For
Like it's good.
Brazilian
It's
Jiu-Jitsu, yeah.
it's good thing. Like don't I'm not trying to get people to stop it. So I'm carrying on like we're actually speaking on a podcast now. Like do whatever you want. Like doing it is the most important thing. Go do it. Go do it. Go roll around on the floor with the boys. Like just whatever flavor fucking takes your fancy. Go fucking do it. Um, yeah, there's a reason why I personally get drawn to boxing more
Mm.
than the MMA stuff. It's the same stuff. It's on a level with the traditional martial arts, which is ceremonial, and this is why the MMA. And that's one thing I don't like is you see all the fucking MMA boys on social media, and they're just like, "Yeah, you in karate, they went in a street fight and everything," and you're like, fucking missing the whole fucking point. Yeah, it does fucking work. Right, if you're fucking karate fucking black belt, like all right, you might get beaten up by somebody who's been doing fucking MMA for 5 years, but you're certainly going to kick the fuck out of someone who's been doing MMA for 3 months, or some normal dude who's never done anything, right? So I mean, so like what? They always try and compete, whereas other martial arts have never done that. It's like people have done it. The traditional martial arts have always done it in those mixed kumites. Like
Mm.
which martial art is functioning better, but they know that it's down to the practitioner, and it's more about, well, how can we strengthen our martial art? It hasn't been disrespectful to the other one. It's
Yeah.
been in the same way that two boxers get into a ring and it's like, I'll bring my best, you bring your best, and we take that to push both of us higher. That's what it's always been, and boxing has always been part of that, I think. And it's been mixed in with a lot of martial arts. I mean, the original it's kickboxing. It's like, right, people have joined it, but boxing is a fundamental element. People have always looked at boxing in the same way people look at taekwondo. If I'm going to learn how to fucking kick somebody, I'm going to go to a fucking taekwondo class
Mm, mm,
because all they do is fucking kick. If I want to learn how to fucking punch, then I'm going to go to a fucking boxing class.
mm, mm. Would you say
It's
the
fundamentals. If I'm going to learn how to wrestle, grapple, then I'm going to go jiu-jitsu. If I want to learn how to throw somebody, I'm going to learn judo, which is where MMA comes from. It's like, okay, I learn how to throw my judo. I'm going to learn the fucking grappling from BJJ of wrestling. I'm going to learn kicking from taekwondo or Muay Thai. I'm going to learn how to fucking punch from boxing. You know what I mean? And that is mixed martial arts, but boxing is part of that.
mm,
But to then disrespect those elements as individual things is stupid.
that disrespect, is that coming from like guys? Do you think? I don't know.
It's
Like,
not done. It
well,
hasn't got
they're
the
trying,
same.
but like they're trying to prove themselves. They're doing it for their ego. They
It
feel like they're
hasn't
trying to be a big man. They're trying to like coming from a place of lack. Like they're like, no, I'm
because
too
it's
big. So I'm like the tough
new.
guy.
It's because it's new. It's like fucking America. Do you know what I mean? It's new. It hasn't got that history. It hasn't got those deep roots. It hasn't got the foundations. Do you know what I mean? And so it's loose. It's flapping about in the wind. Like, do you know what I mean? It's fucking.
What?
There's
So you
some.
think they're trying to claim to the fact that they're doing the best martial art because it's new? Like they're trying to prove it,
I'm saying that's part of what's wrong with. That's part of why the
or
energy
is
isn't
it?
there. It's not rooted. It's not rooted in tradition.
Mm,
You know what I mean? It's like you look at
yeah.
American traditions, they're like, yeah, it's all a bit comical, isn't it, really? Jump on a bit of Halloween and it's a plastic fucking fake shit. Do you know what I mean? Fucking Independence Day and all this shit. It's like, it ain't like fucking Christmas. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but my point is, yeah, I get what you mean, but I'm asking my question I'm getting to. Do you think it's something to do with a newer, softer, weaker man being out there and they're trying to prove themselves by doing something? So
I
coming from
think
a
there's
place of
definitely a
lack.
part, there is definitely a part of men, of a generation of men trying to reclaim, of men trying to reclaim their sense of masculinity. So there is a toxic element. I don't want to slate MMA. This is the thing. I don't want to slate MMA because it's fucking great. Like there
You're
are
not.
parts of it, especially BJJ. I think BJJ is the fucking foundation of modern MMA. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Again, relatively new martial art. Um, and is totally doing more good than harm.
Mm,
But for me, energetically, it just feels different. It feels different to going into a fucking karate dojo,
mm,
right? And the fucking history and the fucking tradition and everything else like that. You can feel it. All these guys going, well, you fucking karate black belt would beat me up. It's like you're fucking missing the whole point. Not the whole point, but like, shut up. Do you know what I mean? It's just
get
like,
over it. Yeah, get over yourself.
not even get over it. It's just like what you're just talking a whole different language. It's just like you're not even making it. Not that's not the conversation here. And the fact that you're seeing it like that means you're broken. Now, usually the kids who are doing that are not the fucking top MMA guys because once you get to you learn a level of respect. Once you've had your fucking ass handed to you a few times, most people go, oh, fuck, actually, you get humility, right? Through any fucking martial art, you fucking learn,
Mm.
right? And there's always a bigger fucking fish than you, man. There's always a bigger fucking shark who's ready to fucking drown you. Like, and you, cause some of them are fucking smaller than you, and some of them are fucking women, right? And like you learn a humility and you get that it's a personal development journey,
Mm.
but a physical one where you learn it. Fighting is a metaphor for life. So the guys who are fucking who spout off about it. I mean, like I said, I fucking love MMA. I go to MMA gyms. Do you know what I mean? I love those guys. And the guys who are fucking teaching it, training it, I fucking learned loads from them. I've engaged in it, I've practiced it, I've trained it. And the guys who are up there with it are never gonna have those fucking conversations with you.
Mm.
They're just not gonna have those conversations because it's not what they're interested in or where they're coming from. They're focused on themselves, on what they teach and getting better at it, at what they do.
Yeah.
Not is this. No, bollocks. Anyway, let's put press button. What are we talking about? This
The
is a good.
we're already pressed the button. It's the same way, like any guy, like I guess, especially like you said online, if they got a chance to be the big man, it's even easier, isn't it? But it's all probably traditionally the guy with a bit of a mouth at some point would usually like say those things. Like, oh no, this is better than that. Like, but
It's a level of
if
immaturity.
they can do it there at a whole nother level on like online, then they can try and voice what is inside without any any uncomfortable confrontation of it. But then traditionally that would be said down the gym or like in I don't know down the pub when you've got like oh I can do this, I can do I can do this, I can do that. Now it's instead that's happening like online, and it's easier to do it online because you're hiding behind like your phone. You're sitting in your
This
bedroom.
is the thing, man. Like that what's that saying? You know, who's it said? I think it might have even been Conor McGregor on it. You know, the internet has just fucking made people
Mm.
be brave about their fucking
Their
come
fault
up
level is.
of fucking consequence, right?
Mm. Yeah,
Because
exactly.
my man, you are never walking into a fucking Kaikushin fucking dojo. right? You are never walking
Yeah.
into a Kaikishin fucking karate dojo and going, you lot shit, it's a fucking pussy martial art. Because you will just get your fucking ass handed to you. Well, you probably won't actually. You'll probably be made a cup of tea, told to sit down and be taught a fucking lesson. But if you went in there to try to fight, you would get your fucking ass handed to you. So, and you see it time and time again. Like boxers, come on in, come and get in the ring, now, you know. And there's that stupid thing, in it, well, a boxer wouldn't last 5 minutes in a fucking cage.
Mm.
Well, duh.
Mm. Exactly. It's the same way as if you're down the pub and you'd be like, you wouldn't the toughest guy who is like, maybe the karate black belt for like 15 years, you wouldn't know it. He'd compose himself in such a way, quite likely, that because he's been through the struggle, the battle, the fight, and he's got
Sometimes
yeah,
I
sometimes,
think,
like quite often, all right, yeah, sometimes you might have an ego still going with it. I think
well,
you
no,
probably
it's not even that. Is I I had this conversation the other day. Someone put a question in a Facebook group I was in, and it's that old age. The question was, what's the difference between confidence and arrogance, or something like that? And I said that arrogance is um, competitive, right? Arrogance is about I'm better than you. I'm better than them. This is better. This is a better way of doing it. It's comparative, whereas confidence is cooperative. It's like I'm good, you're good too. Let's go be even better together. For
mm,
me, that's the element of confidence. But on that thread, there was loads of people spinning that tried trope of like confidence is quiet, arrogance is noisy. And it's like you're perfectly capable. I know some really fucking properly competent and competent
mm,
gregarious people,
mm, mm,
including myself. I will put myself in that, right? Like I feel confident in certain things, right? In things like there's some things I don't know fuck all about, and I think that's the difference. I'm confident in the fact that I could have a go and I'd pick it up fairly quickly, most things.
mm.
But I'm also an extrovert. Does that mean I can't be confident, or that I'm less skilled, or that that quiet guy stood in the corner who's actually a fucking nerd and got severe social anxiety is more like is better at it than me? When people say that, oh, the dangerous guy is always the quiet one, it's like two correlations. It's a false correlation.
Mm. I'd say so.
People okay, because you've only got to take fucking Muhammad Ali,
Yeah.
absolute fucking gobshite.
Yeah. Arrogant?
Both.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
He was verbally confident. He was outwardly confident, but no one can fucking doubt his skills.
Different though as
Always,
well. Like how much of it was a character? I mean, obviously it was his character, but how much of it is a show? Yeah.
either way, what I'm saying to the observer is be fucking careful.
Mm.
Because I've been with dangerous men in various different situations, right? Make that judgment
Mm.
very fucking carefully.
Mm.
He's all fucking mouth.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. If it comes
I
down.
know some fucking mouthy, fucking hard geezers that will smash you up. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So just because they're making a lot of noise, don't go, oh, he's a pussy because of it, or oh, that guy's quiet, so he must be tougher or better or more confident.
Yeah.
Those, I think, is a false correlation. That's all I'm saying. Like, be wary of judging a book by its cover. People go, don't judge a book by its cover. The quiet guy's tough. People don't apply that same rule the other way around.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like this thing. We're just, for me, it feels like a way of getting people to shut up and not be themselves. Not actually. It's a very British thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. To
Kind of
be a bit
dim
polite, to be a
people's
bit reserved.
dim people's spark or
Mm.
their fire. No, 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 no. Like by poo-pooing extroverted people.
Mm.
It feels like that to me when people start saying stuff like that. And maybe I take it a little bit personally, right? Because I'm quite out and gregarious,
It's
and people
funny you
might.
say that. I don't see that anymore. I see that so much in climbing. And you see it when like, I'm here and there's a lot of climbers from America. And Americans are fucking extrovert and Brits in
Yeah, right.
comparison are so introvert. And when you're at a climbing wall, like say there's like you could even if they sounded the same accents, you'd be able to tell the Americans from the Brits.
Yeah,
And you can
yeah,
also see how uncomfortable it makes the Brits, the Americans. They're like, oh, they're just like always just like shouting off and like in every way, in encouragement, in real truth though. Really good. I
Yeah.
think a real good thing. They're really good at taking criticism, listening. Brits can be more sensitive, not want to hear it, but I think it comes with a bunch of problems. I see not being comfortable with hearing the truth, hearing people. Also, but the really positive side of it is that how you can big yourself up, how you can be. It's okay to be confident. Just being outwardly confident does not mean you're arrogant. It can be like, yeah, you can have inner confidence, but you can also be like show your confidence in such a way it's still for yourself. It doesn't mean you're pushing it on others. It just means
Celebrate yourself,
that
man.
amount of self-belief, that amount
Yeah.
of trust. It's all self still, but it's funny how
And,
people can receive it in a yeah, unwanted
right,
way.
and we should be finding that inspiration.
Mm. Mm.
Ah, fuck me,
Yeah.
yeah, man. It should rub off. And it does. It does rub off if you allow it. If
Mm.
you're the type of person going, oh, that guy's too noisy, who's he think he is, blah, 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 blah. Man, you're the one that's being the bitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Not him.
Mm.
Because actually, again, I've met people like that that you go up to them, you go, hey, dude, like, do you know what I mean? Will you teach me this thing? And he'll go, yeah, 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 of course. Like, and he'll be just as open to learning and criticism.
Mm.
But this is what I mean, that
Yeah.
confidence is cooperative and arrogance is competitive. It is absolutely pissing. It's just gone completely black outside. I have my window open.
Oh,
It's,
my view
um,
here is completely different.
yeah, I bet it is. I
It's full.
have my window open because it's so warm in here.
It's South African winter, but I'm struggling to keep it cool.
But that it's a cooperative element in it, and it's just. Well, I guess what I'm saying is it's bigger than that glib throwaway line that people use. It's such a tired old trope that freaking about people who make noise or who
Do you think?
outwardly confident that it's not true confidence and that like actually the quieter people are the ones they're the real alphas and all of that sort of stuff. You know, alphas move and fucking this, that, and the other, and they don't make any fanfare. It's like, fuck off.
Do you think
So I mean,
arrogance comes from a place of insecurity? That there's actually a certain level of like lack of like self-belief, so they feel like
100%.
they
So
feel
that's why it's
got to
competitive, though.
prove it to others still to be like to promote their ego, promoting their ego, over promoting
It's
themselves.
easier to pull other people down.
Exactly.
So, so the arrogance is like, I am better than you. What you're not doing is you're not pushing yourself above. You're doing a two-way thing
Mm, mm,
because you don't really believe that you're that good. In order for you to feel good about yourself, you've got to pull someone else below you. It's hierarchical.
mm. That's what they do.
Whereas confidence is more like, oh, fuck, I'm good. This guy's good. What can I learn from him?
Yeah.
This guy knows shit that I don't know. What can I find out? Is he open to listening to what I can teach him too? Because like I know all this cool shit. So fucking let's help each other out.
It comes back to as well, like you can't have belief maybe in I don't know through like you've got to have appreciation for yourself or you have an appreciation for others maybe same as like for compassion you've got to have self-compassion for others same as
Right.
self-trust and self-belief for you can have it for others so when you've built up your own self-belief and like and trust and this shows in your confidence then you can that will show in others and you'll bring out the best in others so where they don't see have the belief in themselves and their confidence is lacking you can help another person bring their confidence up by helping them see what is great about them. So you can do, like you said, it's like cooperative to then boost someone else's belief and yeah, go on a journey together.
Yep. So
Mm.
I just think we need to just be careful with some of the those old kind of sayings, and just check the level of truth in them. And I think we only learn that by going out into the world, experiencing in different cultures and in different situations, um, and doing so with humility and really watching, right? Trying to learn and not going in with our beliefs, right? Testing our beliefs. Do I believe this is really true? So money is the root of all evil, or fucking rich people are all assholes. right? Fucking again, noisy people are arrogant. Like you've only got to push one button to find out that most of that stuff doesn't stand up across the board in generalizations. Now, there's enough of it must go on for these beliefs to persist.
Mm.
So it's also not untrue because can noisy people be arrogant and not confident? For sure.
Does it not come with a group collective though as well? A lot of people
Yeah,
holding the same belief, eh?
very cultural. I
Doesn't
mean,
always.
that is a very British thing. We love to support the underdog and all of this stuff. And then they said the Americans are so opposite. I've been watching a lot of those American football documentaries recently, and I love it.
Mm.
I love it. It's so healthy. Like some of it, like there's some of it unhealthy. It's bordering, but at that level where they're getting paid that money and they're at the pinnacle, you know, some of the bits like when you win the Super Bowl, they're calling themselves the world champions of a game that only you play.
Yeah.
No one else plays it, dude. Do you know what I mean? You're not the world champions.
Yeah, yeah. A little bit
I won't
ego.
even call it that. So some of it is it's a little bit too far. But
All like drama, quite dramatized there, everything about them as well. But
yeah, but like you said, there's a lot of it is quite well meaning that the level of discipline and respect that they have in those teams, the love for their teammates. Do you know what I mean? The tribe that is built in that. Um, you know, the deference to the coaches, um, and that commitment to the health, to the fitness. The downside of it, it goes too far. You know, the women will play when they've got broken arms or broken legs, and the coaches will put them out there and everything because of money, right?
mm,
Because there's so much money on the line, and then it borders on sort of Goggin-esque
yeah,
kind of masochism. But I, I don't know. There's still something that I quite enjoy, that celebration of achievement and pinnacle performance and just openly just loving winning. Do you know what I mean? And just being the best.
mm,
Like I love that celebration of that. That
mm,
real they're just embracing it. And you just see what we do to people like Prince Nassim back in the day. Everyone hated him. Chris
mm.
Eubank, all that stuff.
Thierry
This
Henry,
shit got
arrogant maybe, but
from yeah, the shit that they got for performing in that way, even though they proved it. Even Muhammad Ali, everyone loves Muhammad Ali now, but
mm,
boy, in reality, back in the day, everyone hated him.
mm. Same as
They
Thierry
all wanted to
Henry.
get,
He used to get such
they all
such
wanted to
hate,
get.
but absolutely incredible.
I guess these guys, I'm a gooner, so I wouldn't really know. He's just the most
Whether you any friend who
fantastic thing
supported
I've
another
ever
team.
watched.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
You just get used to it. But I was talking to my dad about Muhammad Ali. We went to watch the golf the other day, and he said more significant than his sporting achievements, that thing that he did to not fight in the war,
Mm,
not go to the Vietnam War, and have get stripped of the belt,
mm,
not allowed to fight, out of the game, and he took that. That to him was real sign
mm,
of the difference between confidence and arrogance. Right behind all of that, that guy stood for more.
mm.
Whether you agree with what his values are or not, he fucking stood by his integrity.
So what you saying that he didn't change or he?
So his thing was he was champion of the world, right? And
Mm,
then the draft came and everybody got sent off to Vietnam. He
mm,
got called in the draft and he was a conscientious objector.
mm,
What he was saying was, you're not sending me all the way over to the other side of the world to fight some other brown people,
mm,
right? When you lot are treating me the same. He's not my enemy.
mm.
You are. The government, the state, the country, right? You lot are treating me. He grew up in a very different era. People were still being hung when he was a children.
Yeah.
Black people were at the end of slavery and all of that. So he saw all of that stuff. And he's like, you lot want me to go and fight for you against him. He's never done anything to me. You guys have.
Mm,
So why am I going to go over there and kill them?
mm.
Because you told me to. Put me in prison,
That's a lot of integrity.
right?
Mm.
champion of the world, all of the lights shining on him, had anything he wanted, and he gave it all up.
There's not that's a role
Went to
model.
prison,
There's not enough people that you know what I mean that sticks
right?
by
So like I said,
has that strong values and in character. Yeah.
so a lot of people use that against him and just say he was an asshole and this, that, and the other, and he should have gone and fought for his country and blah 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 blah. Especially at the time, right?
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Because they were patriots. They thought what they got, they believed that what America was doing in Vietnam was right. So there's lots of those people. Again, I'm not preaching either side here in the story because that's not the point of this. The point is he believed in what he believed and he stood by that to losing millions and millions and millions, losing all his celebrity, losing his fitness, his ability to train and everything else like that. And he came back
Mm,
and won it all again afterwards.
it's
I
impressive.
don't know. Like I don't. The story for me is the epitome of masculinity, of what a man is, and all of that stuff. And again, he was called the Louisville Lip. Do you know what I mean? Because of how much he used to chat, and everybody used to think, oh, who's this guy? He's so mouthy, so gobby, easy to disrespect, easy to dislike
Mm.
because of all of that stuff. But he just proved it, and he didn't just prove it at that noisy level. He didn't just prove it in the ring. He also proved it outside of the ring by being a real man of integrity in his beliefs,
Yeah,
which
that's what it shows now in hindsight, especially.
so,
Yeah. Mm.
is an interesting character and one to study. And I think it leads on to people changing with age, the wisdom that comes along with it, and the stupidity or difference between a young man and an old man. Do we look at Mike Tyson? Like,
Yeah.
that is like fucking Yoda now. Do you know what I mean? Like the wisdom that comes out of
I
that
tell
guy's
you what,
mouth.
it's a hard one though because
For sure.
I yeah, I mean, obviously he's done really bad things, and I had a conversation with someone about this the other week because I thought he had, he has done this like complete transformation to Buddhism and all this, which is admirable to have done that. But at the same time, he has also, I think, it's very controversial, really, that he's actually like,
I mean, he's a convicted rapist, right? He's a convicted
and when
rapist.
he
You
come
can
out of
say that.
prison, still like 10 years after, he's still come out with some pretty absurd things that makes you believe that
For
he's
sure.
it's hard to just feel like he's completely complete redemption without him taking accountability. So, but it just
I
shows
mean,
that
he
someone
does.
can spin themselves around. Someone can make better of themselves for sure.
I think he does show redemption now. Maybe not when he first came out.
Mm,
No, because you can't look at Mike Tyson in isolation as a normal person.
for
We
sure.
can't compare ourselves to him
Mm,
because of the extremity of the life he lived and the people around him. We have no idea what it's like to be a world champion at
mm.
19.
Also before that, when he's come through childhood, I read that he'd been
Yeah. But even
tested almost 40
100%,
times by the time he was 13 years old, which
yeah,
is insane.
crazy.
So he's had a crazy upbringing.
All
Um,
of it. Crazy, yeah, bringing crazy life. You think of the amount of people that win the lottery, the average is that they're broke again in 5 years, right?
mm,
So you give someone not only money, but also fame, stardom, keys to the kingdom, do whatever you want, right? Because we know that celebrities in general can get away with more because they are the cash cow, right? So there are layers of people that will protect them
mm.
and allow them to do anything. And we know human beings are pretty terrible if we remove the rules,
Yeah.
right?
And if you feel like
Generally.
you can get past the rules, which are certain celebrities who carry this, that they feel like they're untouchable, and there's a
Right.
certain amount of it, then they don't become accountable for their actions. And that's what I
Right.
worry about. Like, there was someone like him, I don't think he's become like admitted for accountability for what he's done, even though it's impressive what he's done.
He has now. Well, he hasn't admitted it, right? Because I mean, and this is the bit that makes me think that he either believes he didn't do it or he didn't, because it's just as
You know whether
plausible
you
that
did
this.
it or not. You know whether you
I
did it.
think it's just as plausible. Huh?
You know whether you've done it or not.
I
And
think
it
the
depends to
way
be really
it's another.
unwell.
I can't dive into the court case, but it's
Yeah.
questionable. Do you know what I mean? Like in that state, in that thing, no, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? He's fucking snorted half an ounce of cocaine and he's fucking pissed out his head and all this stuff. Anyway, that I'm not here to justify that action. He's a convicted rapist. We'll stand by that, right? And we'll go with the fact that he did do it in his position, and that's not on to me. However, well, man, it's hard to say, isn't it? But we have to have these conversations. I think again, we can't say that that bit of behavior, we can't mark it like a normal me or you going committing that act.
Mm. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? It
There's
can't
a
be
whole
kind of
scale. There's
judged
a whole
on that
scale.
spectrum because it can't be judged on that spectrum because his world and his perception of the world at that time literally treated like an animal, behaving rewarded for being one,
Mm.
right? Everybody wanted that beast. Nobody was interested in the nice guy Tyson, scaredy cat Tyson, the guy that was feared, the little boy inside of him. No one wanted that.
Mm.
Everyone went the animal, the beast, the baddest man on the planet.
Mm.
Takes what he wants, does what he wants. We fed that. We all fed it. We all paid in to watch it.
Mm.
No idea. We created it.
Mm.
We don't know. We as a society don't want any responsibility for the repercussions of that. And we expected this man on his own, not surrounded by anyone good. We expected him to be able to manage that situation in
Mm.
his head with no skills, no teaching, no mentors, no parents, nobody there who actually cared and tried to steer away from it, apart from Custamatu, who died very early on before all of that happened. He had Don King behind him.
Mm.
So what I'm saying is like to no way, shape, or form am I justifying rape. Like, that's just not what I'm doing here. I'm saying that it's not all just black and white, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's like we
No,
understand
no,
we've
no,
got.
exactly.
And the
I
second
think,
thing is he got convicted and he went to prison, right? So in the framework of the law, he was punished, right?
yeah,
He served his time, came out. So whether he got long enough, it's just difficult, isn't it? It's murky because anybody who knows me knows that I 100% deplore that depravity, ill treatment of women, and so that's not what I'm trying to do with this conversation. I think we have to be able to have these conversations without making it all black and white and
yeah,
without being judged
because it's not black
talking
and
about
white, and it's easy just to say I was a rapist. I think it's
because we also
and I think
can't
it's hardest to wear this. I think you can justify to the level like what you just have very well. I think, or just that your case of what you said of painting a picture of reality to the level you have of the whole situation. To you and I and to some other men and some women, but I think the hard ones to take it on are rape victims. And women,
listen.
women in general that are scared of walking down the street, which is the reality at night or whenever really. So I think that's the hard pill to swallow for
Agreed.
yeah, and it's hard for them to all over them to have the same like real like Zen outlook or super understanding outlook or
I'm not even expecting that of them either. I'm not expecting them to have any
oh,
level of
that's the
respect or anything
conversation I
for
had
Mike
a
Tyson.
couple of weeks ago.
Because we will look at something because then you've got the other guys on the other side of that fence, right? It's also there is the argument that he is saying, and that is his argument, and he was his defense in court, and it's what he still said is that it happens, right? That it was a false claim,
Mm,
and they bang him up. That happens too.
mm,
Men's lives do get ruined by false allegations. Like they're
mm.
not even that rare. So that is also stuff that happens. We don't really know. Nobody knows apart from the two people that were in there.
But but the thing he did say in an interview in 2003 that something like that when he was still being accused of it by the woman, so she was still
Mm.
trying to bring him down, even though he'd been to prison and it'd been a long time, she's still trying to bring him down. He says something along the lines of, "It makes me so mad that now it makes me actually want to rape her," which
Yeah.
is
Listen, the guy was an animal. Like in that day, in that part of his life, the guy was absolutely fucked.
off his
He
face.
was. He was off his face. And again, this isn't justification. Like, has to take responsibility for even being in that position in the first place. This is why I say to men, if you end up in that situation, it's on you still. Even
Yeah.
if it's a false allegation, you were there with that person and you gave yourself enough rope to hang yourself with.
Yeah, you
Like,
get
you
the
do need
choice.
to take responsibility for even being in that situation with that person,
Mm.
right? And creating a situation where that became possible. So whatever way you look at it, we have to take personal responsibility for this stuff. And as men, we need to do better. What I guess what I'm saying is, on a wider level, we shouldn't just be pointing the finger just at him. I think as a society, we need to take responsibility for creating people like that. We
Mm.
all played a part. We all paid to watch Iron Mike Tyson. He was a multi millionaire at the age of 19, 20 because we all wanted to see that part of it.
Mm.
The men around him
Mm.
all needed to be done, all needed to do better. So I guess what I'm
All,
doing is
all
I'm
trying to money
not
drip.
justifying him or his behavior. What I'm saying is we shouldn't just be pointing a finger at him. We must take a wider responsibility for that situation happening. There was people around him. There were men around him
That were
that allowed that.
profiting. They were profiting off of him.
Yeah, and they allowed him to do it. They men around him allowed, and those are the men that also must do better. Not just Mike Tyson, like all the people from the little circle around him, spreading out into society. We've all got to take responsibility for those types of situations because we all contributed to it in a tiny way, including myself. I paid to watch Mike Tyson. Like,
They,
I love that. We wanted to see the baddest man on the planet. Who gave us all a buzz to see this animal guy just pacing up and down, like with that primitive element to it without a care in the world for his mental health
mm,
or the damage that having such a mentally unhealthy person with unlimited resources and the powers that be behind him, what damage and chaos that would cause, and onto other people, to women, his own kids. Do you know what I mean? And the people that he came into contact with. We all played a part in that situation.
interesting. So if we take on other characters as well, like Russell Brand, like other people who we also create more of these characters? And Russell Brand is someone we have fed for him to be that personality that made him that fame, and we want to
Yeah.
see more of him. He gets more
Yep.
opportunities, and he gets to carry on playing out the
Yep.
part that he is mentally unwell. He's like the awful like behavior then that he gets to play out, and we also play a part in him becoming who he is as well. It's another like celebrated
Without shadow of a doubt.
person, which is actually awful for society.
Yeah, and Andrew Tate is another one, isn't he? As lots of people say, Andrew Tate isn't the problem; he's the symptom.
Mm, yeah.
He's literally just a symptom of like he's played the game. He's played the fact that we all sit around on social media looking for more outrageous content. So the algorithms are just a mirror
Mm,
of us, of our society.
mm, yeah.
The fact that they're just showing us literally what we want. We complain about the algorithm, we complain about the social media companies, but really it's us. We're the ones that are pressing the button.
Mm,
We're the one that are watching, giving it all the views.
mm.
We're the ones that decide now what is popular and what isn't.
I like that.
We made Andrew Tate famous.
It's a mirror of our personalities, of our lives we live, our characters, and yeah, and that's why we all see our
So
own
on the one
version of
hand,
ourselves. Yeah.
and we do it twofold. On the one hand, you've got the dogmatic supporters of someone like him
Mm,
that clicked and watched his thing, and because the psychological games he played are just like the guy's a master at that, And actually, I'm listening to that Lost Boys at the moment. I told you about that, didn't I? There's a
maybe.
book called Lost Boys. There was a research paper done a couple of years ago called
Oh
Lost
yeah,
Boys. It
I
was
know.
done by
Yes,
English.
come
There's
out
that scientific
like
paper that was
earlier in
done,
the
which
year.
is really interesting. And now a guy's written a book with the same title, but he had 2 years in the Red Pill movement, right, or in the manosphere. So it's quite interesting. He started off a little bit like what's the book about the pickup artist guy?
Models.
Uh,
Oh, the
I
game.
always got
The
the
game.
game. So it's a little bit like him. He started off, yeah, the game. He was a bit later, so he went into pick up archery. Then he came back, became a journalist. Now he's gone on this little journey. I've started listening to that, but he's talking about all of the language that's used and this the kind of there's a part of us that wants to feel victimized, right? Every different society. So if we can group enough people together to make them feel victimized and thing, and we create then an army, right,
Mm,
of indignant people that are going to fight for something, that have something to believe in. So Andrew Tate just played into all of that. The Matrix out to get you. Men, the world hates men. Da, 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 right? He picked all of that. Like there was a little trail starting from pickup artists into the red pill, into the incels and all of that, and the men going their own way. And he just stood there and kind of watched it. He was part of it, and he just like took the worst of it all and just became this caricature. And he got flooded with money. So, but not only did he get flooded with money by the people that agreed with him, he got flooded by money because of the people that hated him, that
mm,
chose outrage,
mm.
watched all of the videos that complained about him, like watched his stuff so that they could be mad
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
about him. They paid him too. They contributed to his success. It's wild.
It's always
So
the
we want to be
same.
outraged.
It's like,
Like he was to the guys that wanted to be outraged and agree with him. It's still outrage. And then there's all the people that disagree with him, which is why polarizing content, where
mm,
me and you struggle,
mm,
perhaps, like with cutting through the noise nowadays, the stuff I say now used to be polarizing 6, 7, 8 years ago on Facebook. I used to get thousands of views and interactions and stuff like that. I say the same stuff now, cobwebs,
mm,
tumbleweeds.
mm.
Because it's normal now.
It was,
It
oh,
was
yeah.
outrageous 5 years ago. What was outrageous then is that like now my stuff is normal, but I'm still the same guy. I'm still saying the same stuff, but with Andrew Tates and Russell Brands and on the other side, women, feminists, and all of this polarizing, argumentative stuff that spikes our nervous systems and get us all feeling outraged one way or the other. We're either feeling outraged in agreement or we're feeling outraged against the voice. All of that is feeding the algorithm. The algorithm now just knows that we want to feel outraged all the time, and so all the news and the social media, the news we're being fed. Um, Attention is currency. The
Mm.
only thing that gets our attention nowadays
There's no
went up
such,
with kids
I was just saying, yeah, there's no
to the
such
balloon fiesta.
publicity as bad publicity. So I've just realized we're timed out. Yeah.
Oh, stop recording.
No, no, I mean, there's a delay. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
we went up to the hot air balloon fiesta, right? We took kids up to watch hot air balloons, and we were watching the hot air balloons, full of wonder, right? Beautiful things, hot field full of hot air balloons going up. Kids are like,
Mm,
nah. How can that compete with the visual Haribo of what comes on their iPads?
mm, yeah.
Right? That hyper stimulation that we're all receiving now through social media, through our phone screens and everything now.
Our brains are forever changing. Our attention span is ever changing. What will grab our attention, what will hold our attention, what is polarized, like you say. And yeah, and it will keep evolving, but it's actually, if anything, now it's moving faster and faster.
And
Like
the problem is, in order
six,
to do
7 years.
that,
Crazy how that's changed.
people talk about in porn, right?
Mm.
How men start off and young boys start off, and you start off watching normal porn. Do you know what I mean? And next thing you know, 2 years later, you're watching fucking gangbang bukkake, fucking dwarf, fucking cuckold.
Wild shit.
But I don't even know because I don't fucking I actually think so.
I've not heard any of
And
that before.
well,
Yeah.
like that in order to get turned on, you get more and more, you have to get more and more extreme, right? And you more and
Yeah.
more curious. And so people's search history goes down these tunnels of watching this stuff. And it's the same for all of us. And the same, you hear the same people will be arguing against that and talking about how porn is bad. But again, their outrage is still making someone money.
Mm. Yeah.
so as we get more and more extreme, and we'll bring it full circle, we're talking about martial arts and MMA and stuff like that. Why do you think boxing is dying and
Yeah,
MMA is going up? Now we're seeing bare knuckle boxing, right?
yeah, yeah,
The beautiful eyes in there, they're just it's just slugfest. I mean, listen, I've got utmost respect for bare knuckle boxing. It's a different sport though. It's
yeah.
brutal. Again, this isn't about knocking them, but it is about recognizing where we're going with society. Now that stuff used to be illegal, and now it's on TV.
The things are always going to change. Yeah, they're going to evolve. They're going to keep doing that.
I'm saying is, are we evolving or are we devolving? Like, we're going back.
Mm,
But there was a reason why people stopped doing bare knuckle boxing
mm,
and put gloves on
mm.
and brought in the Queensberry rules. There was a reason for that, and now we're going back to it.
Some things, so that seems like we're going backwards. I wonder so what things are going forwards. There's some movements, some things that that help us go in the right direction, but a lot of the time it's like whatever is like faster, harder, stronger, more makes more money, um, can be fueled either by greed, and not always like the right motives. And
Listen, there ain't no money in happiness.
well, yeah, and that's what people are trying. Like I don't know, in like the wellness industry, well-being. Um,
Oh yeah,
that's
there is. Shit, sorry, we're selling that, aren't
yeah,
we?
we're trying,
Sorry.
we're
Forget what I just said, everybody.
trying. That well, actually, no. Having said that, though, what's how many billion the quotes I've heard of like the well-being wellness industry coaching is like booming and it's like huge. It is, so that's good, and that is all.
It is,
Although
and it
actually,
is
there's
good.
people actually, as you've already we started the call with. I don't know if we recorded that bit. There's some people that are falsely claiming to be who they are and aren't doing it from the best place.
Listen, the people who are at the top of the pile are those polarizing people.
Yeah,
They're the same thing. Are they doing it to truly make people happy? At what point? And part of the problem, and you know, if me and you, as we do, refuse to engage in that battle to the bottom of polarizing content,
mm,
our voices are getting more and more lost,
mm,
right? On social media. It's getting harder and harder for people like me and you who are out there wanting to make people happy. People don't want it because that's not what engages. Now, if we got on, listen, if I put on a post in a minute, uh, justifying Mike Tyson, for instance, right? That would get me the most engagement.
yeah, yeah.
100%. Either way, polarizing everybody, da 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 da. Right? I would piss everybody off. Do I want to do that? No, man. It
Mm,
feels nasty in my body.
mm,
And sometimes I have some fun, and with stuff like yesterday, I did a post to say, "Would someone please tell me what the word woke means?" Right?
yeah.
And
But
because I've got all the
that seems so tame. You know,
seems so tame.
it seems
I'm
so
like,
tame. You
like,
know.
I don't know, 150 comments later. Do you know what I mean? Like people are
Okay.
they're finding a way to get outraged by it.
Mm,
So it's polarizing though, because you're either woke is good or woke is stupid. So
mm,
I kind of there's a little I have my little mischief monkey comes out every now and again, and I throw a little hand grenade in there. Like, but I do it knowingly. Um, I also am genuinely interested in the answer to that to see what people would say as an explanation because it's confusing. The word has changed so much. Anyway, the point is that if we were to go a la Andrew Tate, right? If me and you all of a sudden just went, actually, women are evil, like the world is against us men, like let's make men great again. Like, we're all here to help you guys. The system's against you, women are against you, like everybody hates you, feminists are out to get us, da da da. Da. We would be making more money,
yeah. We're not doing it for the money though. Mm.
right?
And it's the money that fuels the people that maybe move fastest, make big moves, go to the top. Not always, but
But they go to the
it,
top of
it gets
the
you.
financial ladder, the success ladder. And that's where we're broken, right? That's where the system, capitalism, has to end up eating itself because
Mm,
there's no money in happiness.
mm,
The fucking best place to be is wandering through a forest, right?
mm. Oh, yeah,
Someone you love, let's say, right?
yeah.
How wonderful is that feeling?
Mm,
It's beautiful. It's all we fucking need. Sit by the sea
mm,
with our kid or
mm.
our mum or our wife or our husband. Watch the waves,
Yeah.
right? Watching a sunset, watching a sunrise.
That's what life was. alongside.
having a cuddle, sniffing a baby's head.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like these beautiful things in the world, free, full of it. Nature. We were given it.
Yeah, we didn't need
And
anything.
human beings are the happiest when we're doing that stuff.
Mm.
But it's not enough for us anymore.
No.
And we're told that it's not enough for us continually. And this is the part of the problem in the personal development space is that marketing,
Mm.
once you get caught in it as a coach, right? Which is in order to sell the stuff, I need to make you unhappy because then I can sell you the key to your happiness, right? I've got to focus on your problem
Yeah.
so that right? We've all been taught it,
Yeah.
right? We know marketing courses and all that. They tell you, poke the pain, sell the relief.
Mm.
So we've got to exacerbate that pain point. And the bigger you exacerbate and the more people you hurt with your content, the
Mm.
bigger your audience to sell your solution. We
Mm.
literally, if we're going to buy into that process, literally our job is to make people unhappy. And the only people then that get to come away from the happiness, the unhappiness that we're poking
Mm.
are people who fucking pay us. The rest of you can all stay there miserable after reading my content.
Mm. Yeah, we've got to sell happiness. We've got to work out a way of selling happiness without just making them feel pain and sad first.
But fundamentally, in a capitalist framework, it's impossible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
It's a bit
So,
nihilistic, I know, but we can do our best.
yeah.
And this is the thing. So consciously, we can do it in good faith and with integrity,
Mm.
and we can genuinely talk to people's pains to show that we understand it and we get it. So there's a difference.
Mm. Yeah,
And I know for a fact that me and you are genuinely out there trying to help people.
yeah.
We both have other strings to our bows. We both have other layers of income coming into us and everything else like that. We do the coaching because we know we can help people and we're doing it because we love it and we believe in what we're doing. So we're not just doing it for the money. The reason why we charge, and certainly the reason why I charge, is twofold. Right? One is, yeah, man, like I've invested tens of thousands, as have you, right, in our training and in our marketing and everything else like that. And
And we can help change people's lives.
so part of it is that my time is valuable and I want to do an exchange for that, for sure. That's one part. Second part is, as well as I do, the people who get it for free
Yeah.
don't get the results, right? They're not as engaged. They don't get the results because we've both done it, right? The worst clients I've ever had are the people that have been on my programs
Mm.
for free.
Yeah, totally.
And the only people that have ever really blocked me on social media, the people that have had my stuff for free. It's just like, what? Yeah, the people who paid it have turned out some of them into like my actual
Yeah.
good friends.
Which then I think like so then the people that do pay for it, they see the value in it, they're committed to making the change. The people that don't want to pay for it, I don't know, they don't see the value in it. Maybe and they might stay stuck where they are, if they are at
Sure.
some place.
And
But
then I get the blame for it.
yeah, then that's not your problem. Yeah, that's them.
It's not a me problem. I just find it interesting. Like I said, the people, my biggest clients, the people that have probably paid me the most money over time, are now genuine friends of mine. Genuine friends of mine.
Change their lives.
Yeah, and they've changed mine too. Like not only from a business perspective, but as you said, it's reciprocal, right? This is one of the beautiful things about being a men's coach. I get to hang out with super smart,
Mm.
top of their game middle-aged men, right? There's no way I'm not going to learn stuff
Yeah,
from spending time with them. It's reciprocal.
that's awesome.
I learn something from every single one of my clients. You don't just get to spend time with men like that and not listen to what they've got to say
Mm.
and how they've got there. Learn something from their story. Of course it does. This is why the more we do it, the more we have to pass on, right? The longer we've been doing it, the more bits we take from all of the people, all of the men that we've worked with, and we can pass their knowledge and wisdom down to the next guy.
Mm. A very wise bunch of men. You end up with a very wise all-round knowledge. Mm.
Yeah. Well, man, you come to the King's Christmas dinner and all that. There's some
Yeah,
superb men
yeah,
in the
totally.
world.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't
think
know,
I think we've got a near wrap up.
right? Yeah, we have.
It's been good talking, mate. We didn't quite go
Yeah,
down the path what we were going to talk about, but we can pick the rest up next time.
there's a lot of reels in there, mate.
Yeah.
I went on to Descript yesterday. I had to do a recording for my funnel,
Okay.
a little soft thing. I don't know. They send it to someone's inbox where I go, oh, hello, mate. Thanks for
A
getting this
VSL.
sent to you. I thought I would send you this video rather than typing out a message. Basically, blah, 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 blah. I work with guys. You know, blah, blah, blah. If any of this resonates with you, then I've got another video I can send you a bit more information.
Yeah.
I had to record that, but what I had a little scripty bit, didn't I? And
Mm.
the best I could do was stick it on there behind the phone. But my eyes were still going. So I went on to Descript to see if I could do the eye cleaning bit. But I
Yeah.
think because I was too far away and my eyes were quite like that, I'm not sure how good a job it is. I haven't watched the full video.
So that's what I was doing with the business coach I was doing, and that's what took me fucking ages. And it was like a 7 minute long. I wrote my own script, about 7 minutes long, 7 minute video. It's called a VSL, a sales video letter to send people.
So
But
mine was the soft
I
one, so it's just
pretty much
I did
memorized
it.
it. So you pretty much read it and read it and read it and read it and read
Of
it.
course you did, mate.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But then would it not till you memorize it word for word, but like you memorize enough of it, or you remember enough of it, so then you just go for it. You shoot from the hip, and whatever comes out comes out. It's fucking oh mate, it's like I'll tell you what it is though.
I did I did mine in one take.
Yeah, the difference is when you know what you're talking about as well. So I think it just like, and that's what I've noticed in my 1 year of journey of talking on like social media. Now I'm like so much more comfortable talking
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
really fucking good, mate. I've got to say, you're really
Uh,
good at it. They're very slick and polished and like good.
It's fucking tiring, but I've definitely got somewhere with it now, and I want to do a new one of those because I know even in the last 6 months since I did my last one, it's a big difference. Um, so yeah, it's not. But I did it, so then I didn't have to. I could just talk, so I didn't have to look at some words and stuff because they want to see. You should be able to do one without reading it. Like all you need is that you just got to follow the structure, you know. First of all, you need like a hook to hook them in, and then you relate to them, to their current position, their pain point, to their desire. You let them know you relate to them, and then yeah, you just need that, and you could do that without having to read a whole script because it comes across so much better if you're not looking, if you're not reading. It
Yeah, I
comes,
glanced at it a little bit. Yeah. I just wanted to do it. I didn't want it to get my done pretty quick, but yeah, you're right. I think the next one I'm going to use Descript for it because you can put a script on there, can't you?
oh, okay, so like
I think, I
teleprompter.
think, I think so. I'm not sure. It looked
Yeah.
like there was a lot of stuff. I mean, there was only one button to see the
There's
eye
an
cleaning.
app, and there's an app I use, which I use to start with, called Teleprompter, and
Mm.
it's 120 quid it was for the year. Um,
I
oh,
mean, I just did that.
do-
Look, you've been on calls with me. I spend a lot of time going like that anyway.
no, you weren't then. You were pretty much looking at me the whole time. I caught myself looking around. I need to go a wee. But I want to ask you, the YouTube thing the other day, I didn't get sent an email to like what you were like a permission thing or whatever that email I was supposed to receive.
Have you gone into YouTube though?
Yeah, then I went into YouTube. Let me
Have you
try.
done it through your son at
Yeah, I
modernman.co.uk?
went into Google because Google owns YouTube, and then from in Google you get the drop down
And
box
then
with
you
all
go
the
to the little
different
dots. Yeah,
icons. And I went
yeah.
into YouTube, and then it was like it wasn't linked to our account or anything. I'll try
Sure.
again. I thought I was expecting to receive an email even, but let me try again this afternoon. Oh, I've really got to go for a wee. I'm sorry, mate.
Right, dude. I'll chat to you later.
Yeah, great.
Let me know if you get stuck. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, I could do something with. So then this is. I could almost make that a cool two-part podcast. Or just a one. Fuck it. Yeah. Right. Catch you later, mate.
All right.